With the weekly Pele report. Why did the chicken cross the road? That's the question. This is the Pele report. It's an astrological report for April 19th of 2017. And that may not be the only question you're asking yourself these days. What with Mercury retrograde, conjunct the sun, they call it combust. When Mercury and the Sun come too close together, they're actually going to be conjunct, yes, with each other on Thursday. And they're traveling together. Well, you know, Mercury's going backwards around the Sun. And the Sun is obviously moving forward into Taurus tomorrow. The Bull. Mercury is going to go retrograde back into Aries. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And once it does, I mean, it actually is, it's been conjunct Uranus, okay, for quite some time. And this going retrograde is going to stay. Many people are asking me, when is this intensity going to end, be over, cease a little bit, lighten up a little bit? And I'm going to have to say, really, not until the end of the month. Really, Mercury needs to go back, conjoin with Uranus again, and this is just giving us all so much to think about and so much to ponder. And yet, the problem is there's not enough time to ponder it. Yeah, this is going to be happening in the sign of Aries, which is action, now, do, spontaneous, impulsive, go, do, So it's kind of a crazy-making time. And you put that together with what? Venus conjunct Chiron. She's there right now, and like I said, she's going to stay there. She doesn't go back into Aries until the 26th or something, right? I mean, this is just like, and she's square Saturn on the galactic center, okay? I mean, that is just like, whoa, whoa. Sunday, we have the moon come around and join with Venus and Chiron and square Saturn all together. It's going to be a super intense weekend. So we just want to look at some of these aspects. Venus, Chiron in Pisces, I've talked about it before, squaring Saturn. Only now, you know, we want to put that together with the Sun-Mercury conjunction, Mercury retrograde. Venus did go direct, hallelujah, yeah. So there are some things moving forward and some things still moving back. And some things with Mercury retrograde are not moving at all. We're looking at delays happening around here, yeah? So what else is happening? You know, Mars, frickin' Mars. You know, if everything wasn't enough, Mars is actually going to go into Gemini on Friday. The Sun is going to be in Taurus, so there is going to be this shift of energy. Sun moving out of fire into Earth. Mars moving out of Earth into air. So there will be some shifts, but let me just look at the camera and talk to you about what that is all about. Okay, just started raining on the Pele report. Oh my God. This is a Pele report under duress anyway. It's like the shit is hitting the fan all over the world, and I am no exception. They're ripping apart the floors in my house that I just finished, and they got to be redone. Retrograde, redone. The floors, like the bottom, like what we're standing on. Oh my God, the earth is shaking, the earth is trembling. Our foundations are being uprooted. There's so much to talk about, and it means so much. This is a very powerful time in history, a very powerful time to be alive in a body on this planet, to experience this madness. We just want to give thanks every day, like, wow, this is amazing. I never thought this could happen. Oh, like like the mantra says today. I just want to, liken this to, we all signed up for this when we chose to incarnate our multi-dimensional spiritual self into a third dimension, polarized, good, bad, right, wrong, yes, no, win, lose, reality, dealing with physical matter, bodies, sexuality, relationships, other people, me, you, us, them. And now what are we doing? I see, so this is school. It's the school of planet Earth. It's the school of the human experience. And just like, it says in the mantra, this is an education. And what does education do? Education is the end. It's the death of innocence. Yeah? It's the end of not knowing and the birth of knowing. And just like when you go to school, okay, as a little kid, think of your first day in school. You just want to play and have fun, and you're living in an imaginative world where anything can happen. And they sit you down in that desk and they start throwing numbers at you and they start throwing language at you, and it's just like, whoa. And it's the end of infinite potential, infinite possibility. However, what else results from that? Power, intelligence, awareness. We open up, okay, and we see and we know, just like when you learn how to drive a car, okay, it makes you more powerful because you can go farther. Okay, when you learn your mathematics, you can design a bridge, okay, that could never have been there before. So our creative capacity is enhanced and expanded with this education. And this is particularly educating now because Mercury coming around to Uranus, okay, Uranus is genius. Okay, Uranus is the personal unconscious which holds within it my whole future possible potential. And Mercury is my left brain coming around and opening up to it. Now what this does is what? It blows our minds. This is very mentally unstable. People can be losing it. You may feel like you're going crazy. So it's really a time where you need to watch your nervous system. Mercury, Uranus both have to do with our nervous system. You've got to do your pranayama. You've got to do your yoga, even in the midst of the chaos and the madness. Okay? We've still got South Node, Neptune, Chiron, and Venus in Pisces. Chaos. We are surrounded with chaos, and it's squaring Saturn at the galactic center. To me, this is just saying it is the end. It's the end of the old paradigm. It's the end of the old order. And just like the trapeze artist that lets go of the old trapeze, hangs in space before grabbing that new trapeze, we are in a state of suspension right now, and it is extremely uncomfortable. Yeah? And we need to really, like I said last week, feel those feelings. And this is kind of an interesting dynamic. One thing that I thought about with this is Aries is instinct, it's our gut, it's our animal, it's our unconscious will, drive, boom, desire. So it's very something to have Uranus coming through here, and it's revealing, it's illuminating, okay, more of our animalistic nature, more of our human nature, more of our, it's like we're incarnating deeper and deeper into this stuff, into this body, onto this earth. And we are what? It's like an hourglass. We are individualizing, individualizing, individualizing. And this is the thing about Uranus. Super individualistic. And you mix it with Aries. You throw a little Sun in there. You throw a little Mercury in there. And Uranus is the most extreme, and how do I say, stubborn, fixed. Uranus locked all of his children inside of the earth. Saturn cut his balls off. Okay? I mean, he was tough, rough, the sky god, Uranus, even before Saturn, before time. This is like really, we are opening ourselves up. Our psyche is being opened up. Yeah? Uranus co-rules the root chakra with Saturn and Pluto. Yeah? All three of them down there. And Uranus is this impulse. And like I said, 2017 is the year of revelation, the end of illusion. And so we are all getting, whether it is through dreams, whether it is through arguments with other people, whether it is through the news and the media and Facebook or whatever, we are all getting like struck by lightning. Uranus rules lightning and electricity. It's like we're all getting struck by lightning, and it's this aha, 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 aha. And this aha, aha, aha is getting us deeper and deeper in touch with our essential, core, unconscious genius. And that calls for what? Freedom of expression. And this is the thing that's just knocking the hell out of our relationships. Uranus is so stubborn, so independent, so individualistic. We are just like seeing where we are limited, where we are blocked, where we are locked down, where we are shut down, where we are blah, 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 blah. And it's this desire, okay, to just break free, break out, yes, and go my own way and do my own thing, and just like, you know, to hell with this job and this relationship and this house and this, I mean, you know, to hell with my life, I want to start a new life. I mean, Uranus is just like, psh. So know that, okay, after Uranus came Saturn, after the lightning bolt of inspiration. This doesn't have to be all bad. This is also like, okay, like, you know, amazing new illumination, new ideas, new inventions, new potentials, new communities, new businesses. I mean, but when we want to start all this new stuff, we run into everything that's holding us back. Everything, all the karma or all of the situations, all of the contracts, all of the binding elements of time and Saturn. So what you want to understand now is you may be getting a lot of visions and a lot of input, and Aries wants to do it now. Impulsively, spontaneously, and immediately. Yeah? I am not waiting around for this. However, this Saturn is coming in at the galactic center saying, now just hold your horses. Mercury retrograde is saying, whoa, slow down and, you know, take it all in, take it all in, take it all in. It's like we're in the school classroom now and the teacher is teaching. Okay, we haven't graduated yet. It's not recess yet. We're not, you know, school, the bell hasn't rung yet. Sit in your seat. Mercury retrograde is saying, sit down. You know, your biology teacher or whatever class you hated, you know. It's like, sit down. You need to know this. It's like, oh, shit. So it can be really, you know, it's like we can all be like ready to explode these days, okay, you know, and especially as Mars in Taurus is like a volcano. The volcanoes are going off here in Costa Rica. It's amazing. So, you know, it's just like really understanding the time factor, the time element, and maybe setting a plan. Make your business plan. Make your future plans. Okay? But it's like, you know, you don't just go doing like what I did. I got tired of my tooth there and I yanked it out. It was too crowded under there, you know? And so now it's like my whole mouth is messed up, right? So it's like, you know what? You do stuff spontaneously, instinctively, sometimes too fast, and, you know, you got collateral damage. Okay, so this is, you know, dropping the mother bomb and, you know, the Koreans going nuts. And, you know, I mean, this is not just happening personally and with our relationships. This is happening on planet Earth. We all need to breathe, like even the Pele report, you know, I need to, like, not talk so fast. At least it stopped raining. But I got so much to do today, I can't be talking here forever. Let's get this, wrap it up. There was a couple of other things I wanted to say, though. I will post an article. I forgot her name. She sent me this amazing, beautiful, wonderful article on how Pluto rules Aries and Mars rules Scorpio. And, of course, I've always dealt with, many astrologers have dealt with Pluto co-ruling Aries. Mars and Pluto both rule Aries to me. Mars and Pluto both rule Scorpio to me. But when it deals with rulerships, yeah, a sign is not a planet, so there's a difference. But this really gives us something to think about, because Pluto is death and regeneration. Uranus moving now through Aries. Okay, it's like the death of our old unconscious self as we become more aware of, yes, our what? Foundation, our root, our essential core. So, yeah, the snake sheds its skin, right? The phoenix rises from the ashes. So Aries does. The start of anything new has to do with the end of something that's old. So Pluto fits in with Aries very, very, very well. And now with this Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto T-square, it's bringing more of this Plutonian energy in. And sometimes we just want to, like, I don't want to say kill somebody, but, it's like we want to, like, do our Kali sword slicing. So I'm going to post that article. It's really a great article. It'll be on my website. Maybe I'll stick it on Facebook or something else. The other thing that I thought about with this, and this is just something to ponder. I'm not, none of this is definite. It's just opinion. But Mercury retrograde. Mercury is our left brain. It's the ego. The left brain is, is thinking, and especially like combust the sun. It's like, mental burnout. This is all we know, divinely planned. That's what astrology tells us. Okay, this is all timed, and we all timed, this to be happening at this time in our lives, and everything in our lives brought us right now here to this point. You wouldn't be listening to the Pele report if you didn't have this problem or that issue or that person, relationship, or, like whatever, You wouldn't get into astrology, if you didn't have blah, 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 your whole biography. And this leads us up to this point. But what I'm thinking now also is part of this, enlightenment, or, this moving up into, higher and higher vibrations and higher realms of light and everything. It also does have to do, I would say, a little bit with, like, when I meditate, I stop thinking. You still your mind. And this is what allows Uranus to work more clearly, more fully, and bring in, whether it's extraterrestrial intelligence, divine intelligence, your personal unconscious intelligence. Uranus is great intelligence. So Mercury retrograde, okay, can actually be this time where the left brain is like really, like picking up on this energy. But what I'm wanting to say is our instinct, our animal nature is an important aspect. They call it, somatic wisdom, getting stuff on a cellular level. We're getting now transformed, I feel, on a cellular level. It's our actual bodies. We can be having physical sensations, or physical repulsions, or physical, pressure, and just, can't sleep. It's disturbing our sleep and disturbing our diet and digestion and elimination. This is just like, we're really getting it on a cellular, physical body level with Aries. It is our self. And so it's really positive now, I think, to tap into, right? To tap into ourselves and deal with the complexities that arise out of that. That's what the mantra is about today. Yeah, let's go into the mantra, right? Life is an education. Yeah. What was the second line again? Jesus. Speaking of not thinking. Oh, God. Oh. Life is an education, drawing me out of me. The bigger me out of the little me. The more that I can handle, the more I set myself free. So I encourage you, rather than breaking free, running away, heading for the hills, checking out, taking another toke, another smoke, another pill, another shot, or whatever, deal with the complexity. It's complex, it's complex, it's complex, but just like algebra, you know, it's like super complex, and then you get into it and you get into it and it gets easier and it opens up doors of perception, and it's just like, you know, just like music, you know, playing an instrument or reading music. It's like difficult and difficult and complex, but it gets easier, man. Don't worry, be happy. It gets easier. So we're at a crux now. Yeah, you know, what do the Hathors call it? You know, a nodal something, right? You know, we're in a nodal transition. The final days of the moon's node in Virgo. Mercury. It's going to lighten up next month. The north node's going to go into Leo. You know, Venus is going to, you know, get out of that square with Saturn. I mean, all of this is really, it is passing. This too shall pass. Yeah, but get the most out of the lesson. You know, maybe journal it, write it, reflect on it, keep it, hold it, save it. Don't act on it right now, but just take it in, take it in, take it in. Mars moving into Gemini will be more of a time, you know, where it's going to, you know, we'll be doing some action. When Venus moves into Taurus, it's going to manifest more, you know, physically, whatever. It's going to be another month or so. Just some thoughts. So, it's good enough for now. One more time. Life is an education, drawing me out of me. The more that I can handle, the more I will set myself free. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.